Okay, we're back to this Singer 301A again, born back in 1956. And what you're going to see now is a leather sew off. The first leather I'm going to be sewing off on is a heavy grade leather. It's probably, I would say probably around 6 ounces of leather. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out just a little bit by that walking foot and head over to the machine and let you get a closer look at this leather. Nothing lightweight about this stuff at all. Actually, as I look at it now, it's probably closer to 8 ounces of leather. So we're going to see what this 301A can do. Again, we're talking about a motor that's the same size as the Singer 201-2, the same size as the 1591, and has the same benefit of the direct drive motor. So I don't think it's going to have any trouble whatsoever. Plus we've got this really cool walking foot on here to boot. So I think it's going to do an excellent job in getting through this material. So let's go ahead and get to going on this and see what this machine can do with a task that would certainly challenge other machines, to say the least. All right, here we go. Now the first thing I'll point out to you, and you can hear it through the video, is how ridiculously quiet this machine runs. I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing how quiet it runs compared to some of the other Singers. And do you know what? Look as well with what we just sewed through. No hesitation, no difficulty. Again, we're talking about a good size motor. We're talking about same size motor as the Singer 201-2 1591. We're talking about the direct drive benefit. And those stitches, let me really get close on those if I'm able. Yeah, that's pretty good. Look at the stitch quality and the stitch integrity and the stitch spacing on that piece of leather. I'm going to try to go slow so the camera doesn't go on a focus on us. And not only that, but if I turn this material over, I'm going to come out just a little bit so I can get my distance correct. All right, there's our needle. Let me show you again to remind you the thickness of the leather that we just sewed through with absolute ease. You're looking at about 8 ounces of leather. If I turn it over, you know what? That lock-in stitch is going to be just as gorgeous. And you know what? The power of the machine, again, and I've said this in practically every video when it comes to leather sewing, the way you can tell if a machine is up to the task, the way you can tell if that motor has struggled like the contemporary Singer 4411 against that hand crank 66, you've seen that video, or whether that motor has reserve power and did it just like, hey, what's the big deal, is by how well that lock-in stitch is defined, and also how it goes into that leather. You know what? This machine did the task with no difficulty, and the evidence is also in the stitch quality as well. So if you're looking for a machine that has so many of the same characteristics as the Singer Featherweight, but can also stitch at a different level than the Featherweight because the motor is bigger and because it has the benefit of that direct drive versus that Featherweight that has the belt drive on it, this is a machine that you'll want to give serious consideration to. And as you'll see in the photos, it's also a drop-dead gorgeous machine as well. So leather sew-off number one, no problem whatsoever. Thanks for watching.